Hello, Internet! So yeah, this kinda came out of nowhere, but it turns out we're traveling for Christmas this year. We're staying at a pretty nice hotel, but the only problem is that I forgot to bring any games with me. But I have to find something to talk about today. Let's see. No games here, not here either. It's not like we can go pick up something at a store, we're snowed in. I'd pay a fortune just to play some games. Hi, Luigi.
Oh yeah!
You can find video games just about anywhere. In your house, at restaurants, in museums, on the battlefield, at the movies, on your feet. They're practically inescapable. Back in the 80s, they were just as popular, but not quite as accessible, and if you were traveling, it would be somewhat up in the air as to whether or not you could find one, not to mention tricky to take them with you. So to increase the reach of the Nintendo Famicom, they created the Famicom Box, this massive beast of a playable kiosk, and released it for various hotels throughout the country. Now let's see if we can get this thing hooked up. There we go, got that out of the way. The way the Famicom Box works is fairly simple. You insert a coin to play 10 to 15 minutes of a selection of games included within the kiosk, sort of like a Play Choice 10 arcade cabinet if you've ever seen one of those. In more ways than one, since although this was never released over here, it used hardware more similar to the NES, from the controllers and zapper to the cartridges themselves. It was pretty successful, so a successor was made for the Super Famicom. Unfortunately, it featured far fewer games than the prior console, and could only hold 2 cartridges because they decided to make them huge for some reason. Fortunately, this was around the time when this sort of thing reached our part of the world. Here we have the Nintendo Gateway System, created in partnership with LodgeNet and made available not only in hotels across multiple regions, but within airplanes as well. Although I doubt any planes are landing around this place. The SNES version was a bit more expensive to play than the Super Famicom box, but it actually made up for it with exclusive games like standalone Tetris and Dr. Mario, as well as Noughts and Crosses. What an exclusive lineup! What really makes these systems stand out is the way the games were distributed. At the time, there were a few ways to download or stream games, but it was used for all the Gateway System consoles and much more accessible to users. While these were popular, they unfortunately didn't go further than the GameCube, which is a bit strange. You'd think a version of the Wii in a hotel would be perfect for guests to mess around with during downtime. I suppose this was around the time when it became much easier to bring entertainment with you, so it does make sense, but I do miss this sort of thing. It made video games feel more connected to society as a whole. And we could use that more than ever now. We're pretty cut off at the moment. Wait, is that our bill? Oh no. I have to get out of here as soon as possible.